Hi everyone, this is Mila from milamemories.blogspot.com, and we're continuing. This is the part 2 video to the Stampin' Up! Demonstrator Challenge card that I'm making. And so I was just going to go ahead and color the image that I stamped in my previous video, and I'm coloring that in chocolate chip. So what I'm going to do is I just take my sponge, I dab it directly on the ink pad, and then and then I just color it in. So I just do round motions. So I'm just kind of coloring it in, and you'll be able to see the text once you really start to color it in, and once it gets the ink gets on there and gets darker and darker as I'm doing it. You'll be able to see it again because the text is white, so I thought it would look really neat if the ink would fill it right in. I don't want to get too much ink on the sewing machine because I don't want it not to show up. So I'm trying to lightly get in the spaces that are darker around the text or in the text. So okay, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Again, distressing is not perfect. That's why I love to distress. So then the next thing I did was I cut this image out very carefully, and I also cut this piece out. So let's see, the sewing machine is going to turn out like this, okay, and I just cut it out using some snips. And then I cut this piece, I just cut it with scissors, because it said don't use anything except what you got in the starter kit. So I really tried I didn't use anything that I didn't get in the starter kit, so I didn't use any die cut pieces or punches or anything like that. I think scissors are okay. I hope they are, because how could you create without scissors? So I just cut this out, and it says "So glad we're friends." And so then what I did, so this is cut out, and I did this 3 times. The rest of these "So glad we're friends" I just threw out. So I cut this out 3 times. So now I have 3 of these sewing machine images. Okay. So the next thing I did was I took my Early Espresso ink pad, and so this is Early Espresso, and I just took this and I distressed it around the edges so that the edges are darker. And the next thing I did was I cut out my pieces for the card. Actually, yeah, so I'm going to put these aside just for a minute. And so here's my card base. I cut out this Early Espresso piece, and it's cut out at 4 3/4 by 5 3/4. And I have already used my snail adhesive that I got in the starter kit, and I put some snail on there just for time's sake, and I'm gonna, let's see, adhere it. Alright, that looks okay, so I'm just gonna adhere it on. And then here's my designer paper that I used. This is designer series paper in chocolate chip, and then I just took some real red ribbon in satin, and I just ran it across and held it down with the snail. And then I'm just going to put that down. And before I did that, I did distress the sides with Early Espresso as well, the sides of the designer series paper. So I have that. The next thing I want to show you is this flower I made out of ribbon, out of the real red ribbon, and then I took some Whisper white cardstock, and I just cut out a shaped leaf with my scissors. And then I took this old olive, and thank God I got some sort of green color because I didn't get any green ink pads. But I thought it would be really nice to have a green color originally when I was choosing my starter kit or customizing it, because I do a lot of flowers, so I thought it would be nice just to color in petals or leaves if I needed to do that with a stamp. So, and then I just drew in, I colored it one layer, and then I drew in the little veins with another layer, then it became darker. And then I edged around with early espresso as well on the leaves. So, and then I made this flower out of the real red ribbon, and I did that it's very easy. All I did was, you just take it and you just twist it, and I did a pen method, or I just took something like this and just wrapped it around. You should probably use something thinner though. You can even use your finger, or just do it like that. So anyway, so I just rolled it up, and so you have something like this, and then all you do is, let's see, I'm just going to take, you can take any designer series paper, I just cut out these. So you'll just take this, and then you will use adhesive, and wet adhesive works better, but you can probably use just the Tombow Mono, and then you just glue it down. And then I colored with the old olive around here just in case you can see any part of it, which I don't think you really can. But, and then what I did was I took my scissors, and for each layer of the flower I just kind of dug in there. Let's see, I dug in there and I just cut these pieces, and then I bent them back and I glued them. And you can use snail to adhere it, and it'll work as well. Oh, did it work? Let's see. So then it just, sorry, my hand was in there, but it looks like that. You don't want to adhere it too much. Let's see, let it go a little bit. There we go. So you just do that all around the flower. And if you guys are interested, I'll do a tutorial on this flower and how I did it. That's a video in itself. So that's what I did. And I tried to do different stuff with the ribbon, and that's kind of the best that I came up with. So it's kind of like a rose. And again, if you want me to, just write a comment down below and I'll go ahead and do a separate tutorial on this ribbon flower. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my sewing machines just along like this. This is kind of a super simple card. Nothing really to it. And I'm going to use some dimensionals, because we did get a pack of dimensionals in our starter kit. Probably one dimensional is fine. So let's see, the first one, I'm going to kind of going this way. This one might have gone that way, and then this one maybe we'll do up towards this way. So, and then I'll just adhere my flower. And you can just use your snail to put some snail on the leaves and adhere it this way. And then I'm debating whether I want to put this on dimensionals or not. I don't think I am. I think I'm just going to use snail just to adhere it. Okay, and there's my card. So it's super easy, and you can use some Whisper white cardstock to put inside the card as well. But this is what I created for my challenge, and this is also going out to a really special friend of mine, because I'm super glad to be friends with her, and I just thought this stamp set was perfect for it. So I hope you guys like it. Leave me a message or comments down below and tell me what you think. Tell me what you think of my new tripod, and if I should do a different angle, or you know, if it looks okay the way it is. Oh, by the way, I think I didn't say how big this was. The Chocolate Chip Designer Series paper was 4.5 inches by 5.5 inches. And if anybody's interested in purchasing this stamp set, so Puns from the Past, it's item number 111676, and you can go ahead and purchase that on my website at milamemories.blogspot.com. So go ahead and visit me, and feel free to leave me a comment. Thanks for watching.